Hello and welcome to the channel. Mike Hobbs here with yet another incredible Steel Path build with Wisp. With this setup, Wisp can easily clear rooms of Steel Path enemies with high survivability and insane damage output. Wisp has been a frame that I really enjoyed early on, but haven't really returned to her until recently, and I have been having so much fun with this build. Utilizing most of her kit and one of her augments, this build has been so much fun to put together, and I thought I'd make a video to share it. Before we get started, if you find this video helpful or interesting, please take a moment to hit those like and subscribe buttons. Also, don't forget you can catch me live on Twitch at twitch.tv/MikeHobbs. Without further delay, let's get started with Wisp's kit. Beginning with her passive, which allows Wisp to go invisible whenever she's airborne. This is a nice bonus to have when traversing to your objective or in precarious situations where you need a moment to reposition or recover. To further benefit from this passive, I am running Boreal's Anguish, which reduces gravity when aim gliding and extends its duration a bit. Wisp's first ability is Reservoirs. This ability lets Wisp spawn in moats for her and her allies. She has three types of moats: tap 1 to cycle and hold 1 to deploy. The Vitality moat gives boost to health and health regen. The Haste mode provides increased movement speed and attack speed. And the Shock moat hits nearby enemies with electric damage. Additionally, I am running the Augment Fuse Reservoir, which lets me deploy all three moats simultaneously at the cost of some extra energy. Will-O-Wisp is Wisp 2. This ability sends out a Wisp clone that distracts enemies and cloaks Wisp. Additionally, pressing 2 again while her duplicate is active will teleport Wisp to its location. This ability serves both as a good defensive maneuver as well as a means of traversal through the environment. Wisp's third ability is Breach Surge. When cast, this ability blinds nearby enemies and primes them for some damage spreading. Further attacks on blinded enemies have a chance to send out radiation sparks to other enemies, with a 100% chance to send them out on death. This is a great ability to incapacitate surrounding enemies and spread damage that results in completely obliterating rooms of enemies. Lastly, Soulgate is Wisp's fourth ability, which, when cast, summons an energy beam that deals radiation and heat damage. This ability can be effective for clearing mobs and spreading statuses, but ultimately I felt this ability wasn't necessary for this build and subsumed Rhino's Roar here. With her kit fully discussed, let's take a look at the mod setup for this build. The mod configuration here leans heavily into strength with some extra duration. All this extra strength yields significant buffs to my reservoirs as well as allows Roar to reach a plus 100% damage bonus. So most of the mods here are just stat boosting mods along with the augment for her 1. I'm also running Growing Power for even more strength and the aforementioned Exilis mod. Moving on to Arcanes and Shards. First I am running Arcane Aegis to offer some extra defense via shield recharging procs. I'm also running Molt Augmented to further increase my strength as a mission progresses. As for shards, I am running one yellow casting speed shard, one purple equilibrium shard, one red duration, and two red strength shards. This shard setup rounds out some stats as well as allows me to cast quickly and frequently. The loadout here is pretty flexible. With the amount of buffs provided by Wisp Reservoirs alongside Roar, as long as your weapons are kitted out for the task at hand, you can use pretty much whatever you like. Here I'm running a personal favorite in Burston with its Incarnate and a corrosive setup. The Burston is already a fantastic weapon that is made even more deadly by Wisp. My secondary here is my Athadai pistol that I find to be a lot of fun when buffed by Wisp's haste mode. And lastly, the ceramic dagger is my melee of choice. I'm using a puncture setup with melee Dowdy, and once it's buffed by my reservoirs, it becomes a force to be reckoned with. Lastly, my companion of choice is my Doriga. I like to run this Sentinel and its mods like Arc Coil and Electropulse to zap even more enemies alongside my Shock Mode. Manifold Bond allows Doriga to use said abilities more often, and Tenacious Bond buffs my damage output via extra crit damage. Additionally, Guardian and Shield Charger provides me with some ancillary defenses. And there it is, a very fun and active build that can easily solo Steel Path content and also shines in team play with all the buffs Wisp will provide to the squad. This is a very versatile build that mixes run and gun gameplay with ability spam. At the start of a mission or encounter, I drop my reservoirs and cast Roar to get my buffs rolling, then I'll cast Breach Surge on the first group of enemies I get to, and then I proceed to slay out with my arsenal, occasionally casting my 2 to draw enemy aggro. I find this to be an extremely fun gameplay loop that decimates Steel Path enemies, and I'm happy to share my build. But what about you? Have you tried Wisp? What are your thoughts on this build? Sound off in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more Warframe content. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.